Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial. Today I've got the industrial furnace for you, which is something that's been around for a very long time, but what I basically did is enhance the concept and make it a lot more efficient. So on the side over here we have the conventional design, so just some furnaces next to each other with hoppers above. But there is one major flaw with this design, because what we're trying to do with this is speed up the process of smelting resources, but what it is actually doing is the opposite. So we have three chests over here. So the top one is going to be where your resources go, the middle one is your fuel chest, and then the bottom one is where your smelted stuff goes. So what's going to happen is you put in your resources, they go along this hopper line, and then they will be first sent into this furnace, but it's actually going to fill up this furnace and this hopper both until this hopper is full, and then it's going to move on to the next furnace and the next hopper. So it's actually going to take a very long time, at least 6 stacks before it's going to use the next furnace. So that is kind of stupid, because we're trying to speed stuff up here, and we're not really trying to smelt 64 stacks of something, because that rarely happens. So that is my interpretation of it. If you guys think different about it, let me know in the comments, but I think that this should be doing stuff 8 times faster than one furnace. That is what's the point of the industrial furnace. And of course, if you put more furnaces, it's going to go faster. So I have now 8 furnaces, so it should go 8 times faster. But enough talking, let's just do a quick demonstration. So we're going to put a stack of oak wood in the resources chest, and then a stack of coal in the fuel chest. Do the same for the new design, and then we're going to quickly see what I mean with this one being a parallel furnace and this one being a serial. So as you can see, they all jump on at the same time, and now let's just have a look at the other one. And you can see already that only the first one is actually doing something. So that is what I mean with this one not really being an industrial furnace. So as you can also see, all the wood is going into the first one, and all the fuel is also going into the first one. And if we have a look at the other one, then you can see that it's actually all the same amount. So very cool. And let's also just have a quick look at the resources. So the old design has 4 charcoal, and this one actually already has 24 charcoal processed. So there you go. I think that clearly proves which one is the fastest. Let's have a look at the tutorial. If you're going to build this, you need to keep in mind that the redstone is actually 5 wide. So you need at least 6 blocks for every one of these. So if you're going to stack more next to each other for some reason, I don't know why, because this one can handle multiple resources, but if you're going to do that, you need to have at least 6 blocks of space for every industrial furnace. So the first thing we're going to do is going to put in our droppers for our dropavator, and that's just going to be 2 droppers facing upwards like that. You can do that by shifting and then right clicking to place them on top of each other. Then on top of these we're going to place our chests, 1 chest like that, and then 2 chests again, and then go to the back and place 1 more. Now we're going to make the dropavator. So place a block there, go up 1, place your comparator like this, just leave it like it is. Place 3 blocks like this, a repeater here on 2 ticks, and then 2 redstone like that. Then go over to the other side, place 3 blocks like this, a repeater in the middle, and then a piece of redstone just there, and then just a torch here and another torch there. And now of course you're going to have your wall here and here, and that can be whatever block you want, of course. Now we're going to put in our furnaces, so just grab your furnaces and start from the top dropper, and you need to leave a gap in between, because otherwise the first furnace is going to mess up. So I'm just going to do 8 furnaces like I did in the example. Then grab your hoppers and place them on top, and at the back side as well. And now we're going to do 2 hopper lines like this, so the last hoppers need to be facing down, and then the other ones are just going to facing into each other. And then you need to reach in between here and place your last one so it's underneath this chest. So let's just have a closer look at that, like this. Now we're going to do the same thing for the top one, and this one is actually one further in, so it's underneath the top chest, like this. And then we're going to put in some redstone, so just grab some blocks and going to the end of the line, and then just place 2 blocks like this, place 2 comparators, all just on this position, place 1 block, a torch on each side of the blocks, then a block on top, a block on the side, and then just a line that is 1 lower, so that is next to the bottom hopper line. And also just stop there and place your redstone dust on top, like this. Then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side, so 3 blocks in this formation, stop at the last hopper, and then just put in your redstone. Okay, this will actually already work, but this is not going to be able to process multiple resources or multiple types of fuel. So if you're going to put in a stack of iron and a stack of gold, then it's actually going to crash and it's only going to do the iron and not your gold, which is a pity because we also want to smelt the gold. So that is what we're going to do now. So place a block next to that chest, a comparator and another comparator there. Then place 2 sticky pistons and they hold 2 blocks like this. And now, depending on how you want your aesthetics, you can either place a block here with a repeater with then a lever on top of this block, but of course that is going to show from the outside. So the other option is just remove this and use a redstone block instead. But I'm not a fan of those because they actually require 9 redstone, but this is the more pretty solution. Then just place some upside down half slabs, very important to make sure there is no butt switches or anything. And if you're going over these hoppers with redstone, always use upside down half slabs if you don't want them to interfere, and we don't want this line of redstone to interfere, so we're using upside down half slabs. Then for the other line we're going to do something similar, but this time we're going to use a repeater trick. So place blocks like this, grab your lever like that, and then go up, block this one off so it's not going to interfere. And now, depending on how long you made this, you're going to need to extend these lines, because we are going to have sticky pistons at the end of these lines, so when they are extended they block this line. So that is the only thing they need to do. If they are extended, they need to block this line. If they are retracted, they need to have it freely going like this, and just do the same on the other side. So if this one is extended, it's like this, so it's going to block this. So for me, this is the exact length I need, because you also need to invert this line like this and then put a torch. And the same for this one. So that was also already long enough, because this redstone is going to turn off this torch. But as I said, if you make this longer than 8 furnaces, then make sure that you extend these lines and put the pistons in the right position. But this is actually all you need to do, so let's just give it a quick tester. We're going to put our stack of oak wood in the top chest, the fuel in the bottom chest, the middle chest, sorry, and let's just see it going. So there we go, everything turns on. And for some reason, I'm just going to warn you, the hoppers are very strange. So it can happen that a furnace has 5 items while another one only has 4, or maybe even 3. So you still build it correctly probably, so that is just the hopper mechanics from Minecraft that are a bit glitchy at times. but let's also just have a look at the resources. They should be coming in any moment. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to put in the bottom hopper line, so that is very important that you do. So now the resources should be coming in, yes, of course. So yeah, just don't forget to put that in, because I always seem to forget that. But other than that, that is really everything I need to say today. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next video.